Hello and welcome to My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh. In a significant trade development, the United States has imposed 50% tariff on imports from India, along with an additional penalty, as part of a broader action affecting several countries globally. While this could have dealt a major blow to some economies, India has responded with clarity and confidence. Several key sectors have expressed their readiness to navigate the challenge, citing the strength of India's global trade partnerships and its resilient export ecosystem. Let's find out more. Many Indian coastal states, such as Orissa, rely heavily on seafood exports to the United States. But with the US president announcing a 50% tariff on Indian imports, a wave of concern is sweeping through the seafood industry, casting uncertainty over one of India's most valuable coastal trades.
ये जो टैरिफ रहता है, टैरिफ का वजह से कितना जगह में उसका हैम्पर होगा। सप्लाई चेन, हमारा सप्लाई चेन मतलब फार्मिंग होता है, लॉजिस्टिक होता है, शिपमेंट होता है और प्रोसेसिंग, ये पूरा एंटायर चेन का ऊपर उसका इम्पैक्ट आएगा और जिसके वजह से बहुत सारे लोग अपना रोजी रोटी जैसे कि नौकरी लूज करने का भी संभावना है। इफ अगर फैक्ट्री आज इतना प्रेशर लेके प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट एक्सपोर्ट करता है, अगर ये टैरिफ फिर आएगा, उसका ऊपर अगेन प्रेशर होगा तो आगे जाके सी फूड इंडस्ट्री बंद हो जाएगा।
In response to the newly imposed US tariffs, India is proactively working to mitigate the impact on its GDP by exploring alternative export markets while continuing to engage Washington on the bilateral trade agreement, seen as a crucial step toward easing trade tensions. India and the United States have been engaged in negotiations over a potential bilateral trade agreement, BTA, since February, following a joint statement by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Trump committing to finalize the deal by fall of 2025. Industry observers interpret the US move not merely as an economic recalibration, but also as a reflection of mounting impatience over the slow pace of trade talks.
We are a little disappointed because we thought that since India started the BTA, India was the first country, we were hoping that we will have a BTA in place before the reciprocal tariff from 1st August is rolled in, and secondly we are not expecting such high tariff. Looking into that, many of our competitors who were earlier having very high tariff without having a BTA, their tariff has been reduced drastically.
Despite high tariffs, the Indian industry remains confident in navigating the challenge. Take the gems and jewelry sector, directly impacted by the new US tariffs. The All India Gem and Jewelry Domestic Council remains optimistic, citing India's dominance in the global diamond cutting and polishing market, which accounts for nearly 90%. While the US is a key buyer, contributing around $10 billion USD, or 30% of exports, the industry's diversified global reach ensures resilience.
India has done FTAs with other countries like UK and Australia also, and we have other options. We have multiple options available in India because India is a handcrafted jewelry market, so it will definitely get into other markets and they will sail through because we supply to UAE, we supply to UK, and we supply to Australia, Japan, all other countries. So we will definitely sail through after this small turbulence, I think.
As global trade dynamics evolve, India is not merely reacting to tariff pressures, but actively reinforcing its global trade position. Amid US tariff tensions, India has accelerated trade talks with the European Union, recently concluding 2 more chapters, 7 out of 23 so far. Notable progress is being made in services, and if finalized, this would mark India's largest trade agreement to date.
If the exports to America decline, then we have to look at South America. I think we are already, our Prime Minister had already visited 1 or 2 countries in South America. We are having special arrangements with Chile, with also 2-3 other countries, Peru, Argentina, and all these countries. And we are also looking at, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Southeast Asia, South Korea. So I'm sure, and also we have had a favorable agreement with UK and the European Union.
India's measured response to the US tariffs reflect its evolving trade maturity. By diversifying markets, accelerating key trade negotiations, and leveraging global partnerships, India is positioning itself not just to endure, but to lead in the shifting global trade order. India's robust infrastructure push has catalyzed the growth of several allied industries, including cement, steel, and PVC pipes. As large-scale housing, sanitation, and water supply projects unfold across both urban and rural landscapes, the demand for reliable and cost-effective solutions, particularly in piping, has surged. This momentum is not only creating significant business and employment opportunities, especially in smaller towns and manufacturing clusters, but also positioning PVC pipes as a silent backbone of India's development journey. India's ambitious drive for infrastructure development is reshaping the nation's economic landscape. With a focus on roads, railways, housing, urban renewal, smart cities, and digital infrastructure, the government aims to boost connectivity, support industrial growth, and improve quality of life. Flagship programs like the PM Gati Shakti Plan and the National Infrastructure Pipeline are channeling massive investments into integrated, future-ready projects. This infrastructure surge is not only bridging urban-rural gaps, but also catalyzing the rise of allied sectors such as construction materials, transport, energy, and technology. By laying strong physical and digital foundations, India is positioning itself for long-term, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth.
There is a direct and indirect impact on employment in these sectors. The direct impact being the need for architects, project managers, engineers. With the rise of real estate and infrastructure in these tier 3 cities, there is a need for those. Then there are also the semi-skilled and skilled personnel, such as in the plumbing sector, the electrification sector, the furniture sector, etc., which is being increased.
The boom in infrastructure projects across India has given a significant boost to allied industries, fueling local economies and creating employment opportunities, especially for the youth. In Ujjain, a historic city in Madhya Pradesh, this momentum is clearly visible. Several industrial units specializing in the manufacturing of PVC pipes are thriving, driven by rising demand from housing, water supply, and sanitation projects. These units are not only meeting regional needs, but also expanding their market reach. Adding to their growth, the Madhya Pradesh government is actively supporting these industries through subsidies and incentives, helping turn Ujjain into a promising industrial hub. It's a perfect example of how infrastructure growth powers broader economic transformation.
ये हमारा यूनिट का 9वां प्लांट है। टोटल 8 प्लांट हमारे हैदराबाद में है और ये 9वां प्लांट हमारा एमपी यूनिट में यहाँ चालू किया है। और यहाँ की गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से हमको सब्सिडी मिली, जिसकी तरह हमको यहाँ पे नया प्लांट ओपन करने का अवसर मिला है। और हमारी यही है कि यहाँ पे एमपी में जितने भी जगह हमारा माल सप्लाई हो सके वहाँ पे अपने माल सप्लाई करें। और हमारा मेन मोटो यही है कि हम कस्टमर को अपना अच्छे से अच्छा क्वालिटी दे सकें।
According to CRISIL ratings, India's PVC pipe industry has shown impressive momentum, registering volume growth of approximately 24% in the year 2024 to 2025. This upward trajectory is set to continue with a projected 10 to 12% growth, marking a hat trick of strong performances. Driving the surge in PVC pipes industry are key factors such as the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, accelerated urbanization, and the real estate boom in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities.
हमारी गवर्नमेंट्स आईएस देती है, आईएस के अकॉर्डिंग हमारी टेस्टिंग होती है, प्रोडक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग जो हमें आईएस मिलता है, आईएस में एक रेंज वैल्यू दी जाती है, तो उस वैल्यू पे हम लोग टेस्ट करते हैं। वो टेस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट को फाइनल करती है, क्वालिटी इम्प्रूव करने के लिए हम लोग उस पर काम करते हैं, तो यही काम हमारा रनिंग में रहता है।
India's infrastructure surge is not just about building roads and homes. It's about enabling industries, generating jobs, and uplifting communities. As sectors like PVC manufacturing thrive alongside, they exemplify how strategic investments and supportive policies can drive inclusive, long-term economic growth across regions and industries. In a powerful display of communal harmony, Kashmiri Pandits performed a Hawan at the Wasak Nag Prachin Mandir after 40 years, marking an emotional return to their sacred site. Devotees shared heartfelt memories, expressing gratitude for the support received from local Muslims. Residents said both communities celebrated the moment together, welcoming the revival of tradition with joy. This spiritual homecoming stands as a shining example of peace, unity, and the shared heritage of the valley.
High in the tranquil mountains of India's Jammu and Kashmir lies the historic Wasak Nag Mandir. The Hindu temple of Lord Shiva became an absolute symbol of harmony and peace as after more than 4 decades, local communities alongside Kashmiri Pandits observed a religious ceremony performing Havan. This significant ceremony marked not only a spiritual revival but also the installations of Vaskinath, the temple's guardian deity, and Mother Ganga, whose sacred waters flow nearby.
बहुत खुशी हुई है हमको भी, जो ये लोग सब यहाँ पर आए हैं, हमने भी इनका खिदमत किया, शाना पेशाना इनके साथ खड़ा है, कोई मतलब परेशानी नहीं है। जितने भी मुसलमान लोग हैं सब आपस में मिले जुले हैं, सब बैठे हुए हैं यहाँ। कल से हमारे गांव के लोग मतलब जोड़ यहाँ पर आए हैं, इनके साथ बातचीत की, अच्छा लगा, इनको भी हमको भी अच्छा लगा।
The local Muslim community welcomed the Kashmiri Pandits with open arms, sharing in their joy and standing united during this historic moment. The devotees expressed sincere gratitude for this support, reflecting a powerful spirit of respect and friendship that transcends differences and strengthens the social fabric of Kashmir.
और मुझे लग रहा है कि 40-42 साल के बाद आज पहली बार यहाँ पर ये और एक हवन हो रहा है, और जिसमें हमने 2 मूर्तियां यहाँ स्थापित की हैं। एक है, इसका नाम है, इस जगह का नाम वास्कीनाथ का मूर्ति भी रखा, और माता गंगा जो यहाँ चश्मा निकलता है तो गंगा माता का भी हमने ये रखा है।
This spiritual homecoming symbolizes peace and unity in Kashmir, fostering healing through shared heritage and mutual respect, and marking a meaningful step towards a future rooted in understanding, harmony, and enduring brotherhood.
Now, let's delve into World in Focus, featuring the latest global developments and events shaping our world.
The Desfile de Ciletros took place in Colombia's Medellin, marking its 68th edition as part of the Feria de la Flores. The event showcased the Ciletra tradition, with participants carrying flower arrangements on their backs, reflecting the historical practice of transporting goods from the Santa Elena to the Plaza de Cineros. The parade allowed spectators to view the floral creations, which have evolved over the years since their mid-20th century beginnings. The parade included 540 Ciletros and was organized into 7 categories. Artistic Ciletas were crafted to provoke thought through themes related to religious, political, social, environmental, and educational topics. The Ciletros are recognized for their role in preserving Antioquan heritage. The event aimed to maintain the tradition's relevance with Medellin's cultural identity. Members of indigenous groups took to the streets of Mexico City to celebrate the International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples, marching from the Angel of Independence to the Zocalo, the city's main square. Participants donned vibrant traditional attire and performed customary dances from their cultures while bands played indigenous rhythms. Along the route, they shared candy and tequila with spectators lining the streets. The event was deemed significant by participants as it highlighted the visibility and importance of indigenous cultures which form the roots of Mexican heritage. According to the National Geographic Institute, Mexico is home to 70 indigenous groups who speak over 60 languages other than Spanish and reside in all federal entities of the country. The Mexican government states that indigenous territories are rich in biodiversity. These areas are inhabited by 44 indigenous groups who play a vital role in conserving natural resources.
While India is renowned for its love of cricket and hockey, in the vibrant hills of the Northeast and the soulful heart of the East, it's football that stirs the spirit, where stadiums erupt in cheers and streets pulse with passion. Today, we journey to Kolkata, the true cathedral of Indian football, where the game isn't just played, it's lived. Home to legendary clubs like Mohun Bagan Supergiant and East Bengal FC, every derby is not just a match, but a celebration of identity, legacy, and unshakable devotion. Kolkata breathes soccer. Its streets echo with cheers, and every match ignites emotion, pride, and timeless rivalries. With a legacy spanning over a century, football is deeply woven into the city's cultural fabric. Iconic clubs like Mohun Bagan and East Bengal don't just play, they inspire fierce loyalty and electrifying derbies that unite and divide the city in equal measure. For Kolkatans, football isn't merely a sport. It's a living tradition, a badge of identity, and a passion passed down through generations.
Football is a religion in Calcutta, in Bengal. और कहते हैं एक ज़माने में कहा जाता था कि भारत में यदि कोई फुटबॉल खिलाड़ी फुटबॉल खेलते हैं और उन्होंने यदि कलकत्ता में नहीं खेला तो इसका मतलब उनका फुटबॉल खेलना सार्थक नहीं रहा। तो इसलिए मैं कहूँगा कि फुटबॉल जो है बंगाल तथा कलकत्ता के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण एक खेल है।
At the heart of Kolkata's footballing legacy stands the iconic Mohun Bagan Supergiant, one of Asia's oldest and most revered clubs. While their senior team's ISL triumphs grab headlines, an equally inspiring story unfolds behind the scenes. The club's unwavering commitment to nurturing young talent. Through well-structured under-16, under-20, and under-23 programs, Mohun Bagan draws aspiring footballers from every corner of the country, Karnataka to Punjab, Manipur to Maharashtra. These young dreamers arrive in Kolkata with a singular goal: to don the green and maroon jersey. Under the guidance of seasoned coaches, they don't just train, they live football. Here, the game becomes a way of life, where discipline, passion, and purpose shape the next generation of stars.
I play for Mohun Bagan in Kolkata, and I have represented India in under-20 and under-23 recently, and I'm from Bangalore. As soon as I joined Mohun Bagan, it was my first professional contract and first professional team. So when I came here, I played games, and you know, Kolkata is only about football, and the fans are really good here. They support us, and playing in front of so many fans is really good experience for me.
And I have represented India under 16, under 17, under 19, and under 20. And my position is defensive midfielder. I'm fulfilling my dream. मैं इतने बड़े क्लब को represent कर रहा हूँ. तो you know, इधर बहुत हमको games मिलता है कलकत्ता लीग में and RFDL, like it's good for us to getting more game time. You know, everything is so well prepared, everything, like you know, वो लोग हमको help करते हैं, जो भी चीज़ हमको चाहिए they provide us like immediately. So they are like so you know, मतलब हम लोग दूर से आते हैं तो ये like वो नहीं सोचता कि हम लोग पंजाब से हैं, हमको सेम जैसा फील करवाता है वो लोग.
Just a few kilometers from Kolkata's iconic stadiums, a quiet revolution unfolds at Warming Up Kids Football School. Here, children aged 3 to 14 learn the game's basics: balance, discipline, and teamwork through structured training. The Academy also empowers specially abled kids, offering them not just a chance to play, but to belong. After foundational training, young talents are sent for trials at clubs across West Bengal and beyond, proving that strong football nations are built from the grassroots up.
So we start at the age of 3 years and goes up to 14 years. So we are only developing the grassroots. If you see, our main aim is to develop the grassroots, and then they go and play for certain clubs. Like a lot of our kids are playing for East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, they're playing for Mohammedan Sporting. One of our students represented Gujarat State. Along with them, we also teach specially abled kids. That's because I don't see anything outdoors in Calcutta.
International coaches frequently visit the Academy, introducing advanced techniques and global best practices. Their guidance bridges local talent with international standards, blending grassroots passion with professional discipline to shape well-rounded, future-ready footballers.
And I love India. I love India, and I also love the football they are playing. So I thank God to be here for coaching children and underage and grown-up people also. I train from 4 year, 5 year, goes up. I train also special children. I understand them because I love human beings, I love football.
As Kolkata nurtures talent from playgrounds to professional pitches, its deep-rooted love for football continues to shape future stars. With passion in its veins and dreams in its stride, the city stands poised to one day bring glory to India on the global football stage. Indian fashion continues to dazzle the world with its rich heritage and bold innovation. At the recently concluded India Couture Week, leading designers blended tradition with modern flair, unveiling collections that celebrated intricate craftsmanship, opulent fabrics, and contemporary silhouettes. From regal langas to avant-garde ensembles, the runway became a canvas of India's evolving style story, a vibrant fusion of culture, elegance, and global appeal. As the lights dimmed and soft melodies played, India Couture Week 2025 showcased more than just fashion. India's most respected couturier unveiled history and heritage woven with modern elegance. Held in New Delhi, the event was a celebration of couture, confidence, and craftsmanship. From Sunit Varma's dreamy Ser to Tarun Tahiliani's refined bridal wear and Jayanti Reddy's bold vision, the runway became a moving canvas of Indian artistry. Bollywood stars like Janhvi Kapoor, Akshay Kumar, and Tamana Bhatia added star power, spotlighting India's timeless handloom legacy.
Fashion took me to an India that I would have never seen, and I grew to love. So it educated me about our country and our craft, which we weren't exposed to and I'm deeply attached to. So that's been the biggest joy for me, at a cerebral level. And I love this country and I love the craftspeople, and that's who our work is based on.
I think the fact that Indian fashion is now being shown, seen and respected internationally is brilliant, because we have been providing couture to the rest of the world for the last 100 years, whether it's great textiles or great embroideries or great styling, great jewelry, so we've actually, India's in the forefront in terms of luxury. So it's nothing new for India. So for us, it is something that we should have gotten many years ago, I feel. So I'm very, very thrilled that we're actually getting that recognition now.
Top designer Rahul Mishra unveiled his captivating collection, Becoming Love, at India Couture Week, artfully portraying the 7 stages of love through symbolic colors and intricate design elements. Once viewed through an exotic lens, Indian fashion is now at the forefront of global couture, seamlessly blending heritage with innovation. From India Couture Week in Lakme to the runways of Paris and New York, Indian designers are leaving a bold, unmistakable imprint on the world stage.
I've just heard about the parada coming up with the kolhapuri, the Indian kolhapuri. So I think if it's there, I think India has a very nice grip in international market. I have seen so many Indian designers opening their stores, opening their warehouses in all the foreign locations.
What sets Indian fashion apart is its soul. Centuries-old weaves and heirloom embroidery reborn through modern vision. Today's designers blend tradition with innovation, crafting handloom denim, recycled metal saris, and bold statements in sustainability, style, and storytelling.
I think as of now, people expect it to be, a one-of-a-lifetime kind of a piece, and I think it should be moving more towards sustainability, something that can be repurposed, worn multiple times. So I think I'm very pro-quiet luxury, and I think that's what.
The dresses are now no longer just Indianized. They're very, like I said, they flow very well. So it's an amalgam of a sari is draped like a dress is draped like a sari. So the whole mix, the international mix is fantastic.
I love how heritage has met the modern day age and how we're celebrating craftsmanship in today's time using age-old techniques into modern silhouettes. So it's amazing.
Today, Indian designers aren't just exporting culture, they're setting global trends and redefining luxury. In 2023 to 2024, India exported textiles worth $34.4 billion USD, with apparel making up 42% of that. The industry produces around 22 billion garments annually, and the market is projected to soar to 350 billion USD by 2030.
We have close to 200 buyers who come in each season. So they have to place orders according to the season. There are many, the domestic buyers place according to delivery in 2 months. All my buyers who come in from abroad, from different countries, give us 3 to 4 months for the next season, for the upcoming season. So the good thing is, there is business happening in fashion. Year after year, more and more buyers and stores are discovering Indian fashion designers. So I can't put a date for this. I can't say what's going to happen in 5 years, but I know that this is the path that the Indian fashion designer is taking for the global map.
India is celebrating its rich textile legacy while embracing a bold global fashion future. As it weaves tradition with innovation, Made in India has never been more powerful or more stylish. Indian designers are redefining fashion by blending traditional textiles with contemporary designs. Celebrating heritage through rich weaves and intricate craftsmanship, they're shaping a modern style narrative rooted in culture and innovation. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of My India. I'm your host, Sarah Walsh, and we'll see you next week at the same time. Goodbye and take care.